Yeah, that's what playoff basketball is all about. That's exactly what playoff basketball is all about. Cleveland Cavaliers have a tough one tonight. Come up short against the Denver Nuggets. Get myself in here. This off the screen. Tough one for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 115-109 to the Denver Nuggets. And, for everybody out there listening, for everybody out there watching, you're seeing straight up exactly what playoff basketball is all about. You're going to see exactly this type of energy, this type of effort, this type of intensity moving forward for the rest of the games. And just so you know, G. Bush is back doing the Cavs post-game shows. We'll be back tomorrow against the Atlanta Hawks. Make sure y'all check in with me, tap in with me, show me some love, give me that like button. We still moving and shaking. We got to get this thing ramped up before the playoffs come, so you know where to find me. You know where to find the Cavs content right over here on the Barbershop. This is streaming live on YouTube, streaming live on Twitter, streaming live on wherever you find G. Bush and Facebook and all the above and letter D. And we're going to get right off into this thing. Shout out to the peoples coming in. Scotty, I see you. Marcus Collins, let's get it. We ready to go. Gabriella, I like that. Don, what's up? Let's just jump right off into this situation and dig right on in. Let me get this together. Evan Mobley is the key. Evan Mobley is the key to what the Cleveland Cavaliers need to be doing. He is now finally unlocking some of these attributes that we've looked for so many years for Evan Mobley. We've been waiting patiently. And tonight, Evan Mobley showed you everything in the toolbox. And you should be excited as Cleveland Cavaliers fans. He showed you everything in the toolbox. And Evan Mobley is the key to the offense. Evan Mobley is the key to the Cavs getting to where they want to go. It's not necessarily Darius Garland. Darius Garland can get his off the pick and roll anytime he wants to. It is not necessarily Donovan Mitchell being a closer. We know what Donovan Mitchell could be as a closer. But the number one thing that we got to understand is if the Cavs want to get to where the Cavs are going to be a perennial power, a team that's going to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference, they're going to need Evan Mobley to do exactly what he did today. You say, what is that, G. Bush? It's the way he's getting the buckets now. He hit 2 threes in this game. It's the way his aggressiveness is hitting. His aggressiveness around the basket. He's showing more touch. He's showing more patience around the basket. And the one thing that I really want to see happen in the second half of this season, when we got 21 games left to go, is I want to see Evan Mobley in the offense work through him. Because what we can do in order to beat a team like the Denver Nuggets, to beat a team, like the Celtics, to beat a team like Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, what you're going to need to do is you're going to not only need defense, which he's giving you at already an elite level. Him and Jarrett Allen could do that for you. 2 rim erasers, 2 defenders, 2 anchors down low. The one thing that you're going to need to do is Nikola Jokic is a dominant stud when it comes to doing what he does on his side of the ball. Offensively, I've never seen nothing like it. He's not that fast. He's never going to speed up. He's going to get to wherever he wants to get to. He has brilliant touch around the rim, doesn't even need to jump. He knows how to hit guys on back doors. They run the offense through him. I have not seen a team run their complete offense through a center. And they do it very well. And they're so efficient. The way Denver moved the ball around, it just seemed like we was like, you ever play that game Whack-A-Mole? Where the mole comes up in the hole, you whack it down, and another one pops up over here, you whack that down, and it comes over here, you whack that down, you're like, dang, this is crazy. This thing is everywhere. That's what it looked like tonight when we playing the Denver Nuggets. So when you're playing a team like that, the thing you're going to have to do is you're going to make the Joker, you got to make Joker play defense too. You cannot let him get a free pass defensively. You got to go right at him. Evan Mobley did a brilliant job of getting the ball, driving it right into the chest of Jokic. He's not a shot blocker. He's not somebody that's going to be able to elevate and knock the ball away. He doesn't move his feet that well defensively, so you can get him in foul trouble. That's what you should be looking to do, is to get Joker into foul trouble and to make sure that he has to think about something. He has to expend some energy, because if you just let him come up and play basketball, you're in trouble. You're going to be smooth in trouble. Let's get to this. Let's get to the Nuggets in the Cavs box score here. Let's get to this box score. And I think you're going to be able to see where the deeds happen. The devil is in the details. And as you automatically see right here, look at the field goal percentage. Now in this game, the Cavs shot pretty well. They actually shot better than the Nuggets, 48 to 46%. But you can see right here, it's the line up here, right below that. Look at the 3-point. Look at the 3-point percentage. The Cleveland Cavaliers shot 23% from behind the arc. 23%. If you shoot 23%, you can't beat St. Ed's. You can't beat Cincinnati Withrow. You can't beat Dayton Dunbar. You can't beat Maslin Jackson. You can't beat none of these schools. Olentangy, Westerville South. You can't beat teams when the 3-point ball is that important in the game. 23%, and you look what the Denver Nuggets did. I almost called them the Golden State Warriors because they were shooting the ball that well. I thought I did see Steph Curry out there. 47% from the 3-point line. And look at the volume. 17 made threes. 17 made threes compared to 6 for the Cavs, and that's where the details happen. That's where it happens. Everything else is close. Free throw percentage, 85 to 87. They got to the line 20 times. The Cavs got there 17 times. If you look at it, those extra points turned into extra possessions, and some of those turned into threes. We were out rebounded 47 to 40 as well. The Denver Nuggets shared the ball better. 30 assists to 24. I thought their backside, the way that they go about setting up their sets is nasty, because they're running the high-low action with Joker, and he's just really caving down everything in the defense. And then the guy who kills you, Michael Porter Jr. I mean, good gracious, man. This dude, every single time we was within 4, within 6, he's in the corner hitting daggers threes. Just wasn't even touching the rim. 25 points for Michael Porter Jr., 8 of 14, 3 of 3 from the line. That was the difference in the game, because you can let Joker get his, right? You can let Joker get his. But what you cannot do is you can't let the others kill you. Michael Porter Jr. can't kill you like that. I don't even really, mind Jamal Murray. But you can't have Michael Porter Jr. hitting you for 25, because you're not going to be able to come back from that. You're not going to be able to do much with that. Let's check down. Now that we've seen these, let's get back into let's go ahead and get back to the chat really quick to take some of your comments. We'll get some of your comments, bro. Let's see. Yes, of course, man. Shout out to the Duke of knee jerk. The Duke himself is in the building. Donnell says, playoff ball for show. Tonight you saw what playoff basketball was about. In the playoffs, nobody misses. If you rotate wrong, if you double too long, if you hedge wrong, hand down, man down. You see what it is. The game slows down. And Denver, being one of the top scoring teams in the game, showed you what happens when that happens. Oh, Soul Train. Oh, yes, we're going to get to that. Thank you. The bench is frustrating, and the Okoro inconsistency is also frustrating. That you're going to see how we weave this tapestry. You're spot on, because the reason why the Cavs are so inconsistent is, for the most part, you know what you're going to get from Mobley. You know what you're going to get from Jarrett Allen. You know what you're going to get from Garland, and you definitely know what's going to happen with Donovan Mitchell. But the problem for the Cavs is they have a four-headed monster. That four-headed monster is Jetty, Stevenson, Okoro, and LeVert. Now, think about this. All four of those dudes do something well, but it's only one thing. So you gotta get four of those guys, combine them into one, and then you have a legit small forward. When you talk about Stevenson, he's strong, he has tenacity, he's a bulldog. He brings that type of energy. That's only the thing he's bringing, though. Okoro brings athleticism, hustle, all of the little loose ball stuff, and he's pretty good as an on-the-ball defender. That's the only thing he's good at. Jetty brings energy. He's the best three-point shooter out of all of them. And in the open court, he's the best with the basketball. That's the only thing he's good at. And LeVert is a guy who's a offensive wild card. If he gets hot, he could go off for 50. He's a guy that can create his own shot, but he does dumb stuff on defense. He loses the ball, takes bad shots, and that's the only thing he does. When you combine all of them, that's a really great small forward. But it's too bad. Because guess what? You can't combine them. This isn't Dragon Ball Z. We don't have the Plutaro earrings, and we can't do the fusion dance. So you never know what you're going to get from week to week, day to day, game to game, second to second with those four guys. Evan Mobley need to stay in the weight room a little longer. Hey, he been getting stronger. I've noticed a lot he's getting stronger. Now, it's a long way to go continuously, but early in the year, he was fading away on his shot. He would rush his shot. He would have a small dude on him. He'd back him down twice and then panic and just shoot. Now what he's doing, he's getting more comfortable and getting his shots, keeping his dribble alive. You got a small on you? I don't care. Give me that Charles Barkley. Give me that Patrick Ewing. Give me that Karl Malone. You got a little dude on you. Keep backing down. You got enough vision to swing, catch a guy open. Another thing he's doing is he's putting a lot more touch on the basketball around the rim. He's putting up the little teardrop. It's giving himself a chance the ball to go in. Earlier, he was trying to shoot the jumper. No, just teardrop that. You got that. And another thing that he's doing, when somebody is doing something, you being aggressive, you know what you're doing? He's dunking everything moving. That's when I know a big is engaged. He's dunking anything close to the rim. He's like, I dare you to put your hands up here. I dare you to. He's doing that. He's a work in progress. He definitely has to get better. He has to work on his shot. He has to work on some of those things. But I'm impressed with the way I've seen him the last couple games. I'm impressed with that. Abdul, Mobley fourth quarter hardly had any touches. See, y'all watching. I like that. I like that you watching. Big Brad was talking about that. Why go away from the big fella? Why go away from that? Why no touches for him in the second half? Right? He's killing these guys. Fourth quarter continue to put the pressure on him. You got to make Jokic play defense the whole game. You can't let him, get these 1-tip, 2-tip rebounds after his guy he's guarding doesn't get the ball. You got to do that, man. You got to keep him engaged defensively, and that's how you wear his legs down. And another thing, too, they got to start, and I know this is just the Nuggets. You only play them twice a year or something. You're probably not going to see them unless they make the finals. But I'm looking at JB as talking about some in-game stuff. I like to see better in-game substitution patterns. I like to see more in-game adjustments to what they're doing. One thing that I want to put with Joker is put the pressure on him. Pick him up. I see too many times he's getting a free release down the court, trotting up and down. Put that, if he's that big, turn him once, turn him again, make him get to a corner, and make him work. You got to make him work. If he wants to be the primary ball handler, tell him, well, he's going to have to do this all night, and make sure that he has some pressure on him. Rob, what's good, man? I would be impressed with if the Cavs bounce back tomorrow with the win. A lot of energy used tonight. I think we see some of the rotation is tomorrow. Tomorrow, this is Rob, and appreciate you as always, my G. Tomorrow is going to be a game where the bench has to do something. Bench didn't step up today. The bench has to give you 40, 50 points tomorrow because you didn't do it today. I didn't see it today. And it's a back-to-back, and now we're in a part of the schedule and we're going to show the schedule coming up here a little bit. We're in the part of the schedule where now each one of these games count. You got the Hawks. We talking about trying to move up to the 3 seed. We're not trying to dip to the 5. Let me throw that back out there. We are trying to get to the 3 seed. We're not trying to backslide and back our way into the fifth spot. And now we don't got home court advantage. The only way the Cavs is winning the series with this young team, the way I see it, is if they got home court advantage. And right now, it's better time than any to get their mind ready. Oh, they got promoted. See, these guys are great, man. These guys, hey, they got the bots. The bots is even better now. The bots is even better now. Like, they just pull up in the chat. Mobley and Jokic made me money on threes made. Marcus Collins, let me find out that you listen. That gambling, hey, all you got the free 200. They giving out that free bread. They giving out that free money, man. You stay safe out here, man. Don't you do it. Don't be losing all your cake out here, man. Let's get one more. Don L. Ron says, Mobley easily the best player from last year's draft, already elite defensively, and 2 to 3 years lights out offensively. He's gonna be a special one. He gonna be. You know, we talk about LeBron coming back and who you need for the Cavs to go over the top. All they need him to do is keep progressing, keep doing what he's doing. Right now, you already got a guy, and the great thing about it is him and Allen, they really complement each other very well in their skill sets. What they do. They both can play backside. They both can hedge on pick and rolls. They don't lose too much. They're good erasers, good rim protectors, aggressive, and they both got nice touch around the rim. I think these guys are going to be nice. I think they're going to be nice, man. Let you guys know. Make sure you hit that like button. Super chat is available if you do deem necessary to do so. Greatly appreciated. But if you don't want to super chat, that's all love. All you got to do, hit that like button. Let's get this Cavs content rolling. Ready to go. We'll be back same place, same time. Y'all pull up. Tell people G. Bush is doing. He's back on his grind. He's back on the NBA. Let them know we'll be back same place, same time. Let's get into this. Let's get into. We went over the Nuggets Cavs box score. Let's get into the stats, the Nuggets box score real quickly here too. Let's get into that. Now, here's a couple things that happened. This cancer dude, I think that's how you pronounce his name. This cancer guy, I mean, he was giving us buckets a little bit. I didn't like what he was doing. He got a lot hands on a lot of loose balls. He hit a 3. He had 10 points. Look at everybody in their starting lineup, right? +9 for him. And I'm gonna skip over Porter. Jokic, 8 of 13, 6 from 6 from the line, and that's even crazy. He's a center, and he don't even be missing nothing. He ain't missing nothing. This crazy. 36 minutes, 24 points, 13 assists, 18 rebounds, 2 steals. Man, this guy, Jokic, is crazy. He's nuts, man. He's crazy. +14 on the plus minus. Jamal Murray, 16 points, 9 assists. Did his thing. And here's where you lose the game. You lose the game because you look at what their others did. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 17 points. Gave you 3 steals, 1 block, which means he's a 3-and-D guy to the max. And he's giving you 4 for 4 from behind the arc. Classic 3-and-D guy. 17 points ±7. He's +7 on the plus minus. Now look at that. You take those 2 guys. So you're getting 42? You're getting 42 points from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Michael Porter Jr. He was 6 for 10 from 3. 25 points, 6 rebounds. You look at he's +13 in the plus minus, and you get combined from both of those guys, you get 10 3-pointers. You already know what it is. Jeff Green even came in. Jeff Green has always played well. He played well when he was 2018 with the Cavs. He was a focal part of that. Jeff Green gives you 22 minutes, comes in with 11 points, right? So you can see where you lose the game. Jeff Green, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and for me, Michael Porter Jr. Though that's where the game was lost. Let's get into the Cavs stats. All right, let's take a look at the Cavs stats. And it starts with the big fella in the middle, Evan Mobley, 38 points, 12 and 19 field goals, hit 2 3-pointers, 50% behind the arc, hit all 5 of his free throws, ends the game, 31 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double right there. But tremendous game from him. Tremendous game. Shot a high field goal percentage from the floor. I thought he played really good defense, helped side too. And I think he had a really good game. Game from Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen gave you 14 points. That's a run-of-the-middle game for Jarrett. 14 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, a block. Again, that's what you expect from him. Darius Garland with 22, 22, 5 assists. I would like to see the assists go up a little bit more. I would like to see the assists for Donovan Mitchell go up a little more, because if you're looking at it from a perspective, the big guys had it rolling. Jarrett Allen 6 for 10. Mobley is 12 for 19. If you're shooting that higher percentage, I want to see the ball down with the bigs, and it does something else. It makes them guard you too. I want to see that. But here's where it hurts. Isaac Okoro. I got to give you your own screen. Isaac Okoro, 2 points, -7 on plus minus. Didn't give you much in terms of steals, rebounds, nothing. And so I got to get to this. Let's take a look at this. I mean, come on. This is the weakest link right here. This is the weakest link right here. This is why you taking L's. You know, in his last 10 games, he's been playing better. As you can see in his last 10, he's averaged 8.8 points. But, you know, when he's playing against Denver, he got 3 points last game. He got 2 points this game. And you see where he struggles at. You know, during the regular season, he's getting 21 minutes a game, shooting 48 from the field. But he's only shooting 34 from the free throw line, or 34 from 3. Only 73 from the free throw line. And he's not giving you all those other things. And if you're going to be a guy that can't shoot, you can't be a -7 minus defender. And you look down here in his recent games, right? Take this down so you guys can see that. Let's look at his last 5 games. Last 5 games against New Orleans, he has 7 points. Against Chicago, he has 7. Against San Antonio, 5. Against the Sixers, 5. This game, 2. You got to get more than that. You got to get more than that from a starter. You just do. You got to get more than that. Let's get back to the chat real quick before we go over some of these other notes. Let's see, man. TJ, who that? G Bush. I see you, G, blessing us with that Cavs breakdown. You know what I'm doing. I'm doing it all, man. Y'all not hustling hard enough. There's a lot of cats out there not hustling hard enough, man. I got the core popping in the background. This is an actual barber shop out here now. I got some other things. I'm going to get another camera angle. I'm going to work that extra camera angle here tomorrow, too, just to give you that feel. I got a lot of stuff going on here, but I see you. I appreciate you, man. Jokic plays the game the right way. Man, he plays so fundamentally sound. He plays so fundamentally, like, it's painful because he be telegraphing what he gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna turn around real slow and I'll put this layup in your face. Can't do nothing about that, man. Tommy Pinkston, we're not getting anything from the 3 spot. You dead on. We ain't getting nothing. I mean, it's we're not getting anything, man. We not even getting a breakfast bagel. Like, we not getting a breakfast bagel. That's like you pull into the driveway. You got some hash browns and some hotcakes on deck. They just give you a bag full of styrofoam. They just give you a Big Mac carton, nothing in it, 2 spoons and a McFlurry cup with nothing. Come on, bro. We not getting nothing from 3. Yeah, they'll learn. They're young. They young. Hey, I said it earlier. I ain't salty at them. I'm just saying in these games like this, JB's gonna have to learn too. It's just not them because there's some defensive stuff that you're gonna have to do in game to make sure people not getting buckets on you. And I think sometimes they miss that a little bit. Not saying they didn't play hard today, but I would rather Jokic get 55 on layups because I can't let Porter and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope have corner threes. I just can't. If Joker gonna lay up you to death, so be it. He's gonna have to work it. I'm gonna contest that. I'm going to contest that big boy's stamina. I'm gonna pick him up half court, full court if I need to. If he bring the ball up, and if he want to dribble 16 times and get to the rim, okay, I'm gonna test your conditioning. We're gonna see exactly how much, but I can't give the threes to the other guys. You think the Cavs should part ways with LeVert? Shout out to Rico McGee, by the way. Make sure you go check out his podcast, Sports Minute Show. Check that out. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. I see you, big dog. I don't think they can get much better than that. I think he's more valuable to him on the team this year, and then just letting him walk, and letting that contract expire. But I don't think you could get much for him. I just don't at this point. I don't see a better score out there. It's just we just limit it in that area at this point. Christian Thompson's shot selection down the stretch was terrible. You got to take higher percentage shots. I totally agree. And some of those high percentage shots should be going right down in the middle to the bigs. When they got the hot hand, keep feeding them. I think the Cavs offense should be a high-low action with Evan Mobley operating at the post, operating at each elbow, and play a high-low game with Jarrett Allen and kicking out, moving, take the shot. I think it stresses the defense a whole hell of a lot when you got a guy that big and 2 7-footers that are playing volleyball at the rim, and they still got good enough hands to pass and kick. I think that's what the offense should be evolve around, to me. The guards just got to get in their head, bro. Look, and we can get it back. Y'all can get y'all's off the pick and roll anytime. You can get that. But let's just establish this so we can open it up for some of the other cats later on in the game. Becky, hi G. I'm so glad to hear you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the barbershop. We're gonna be doing this right place, right time. We'll be back here tomorrow. We got the Atlanta Hawks coming up. I'm gonna be doing this all the way until we get to the playoffs. So that way we let people know. Hey man, we just now know fly by night. We did it last year. I really like it. I really enjoyed it. Gave me an opportunity that's kind of edgy. Because be truthful. There's a lot of people that's not really going to be watching the Cavs every single day. A lot of people don't even got valleys. So what I'm just doing with this is just trying to break it down so you guys can get up to special, so you guys can get up to snuff on what's going on with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So by that time playoffs come, you can be right at home talking about why Isaac Okoro driving to the rack. Evan Mobley need the ball no more, and that boy Donovan Mitchell's going crazy. We just trying to educate you and get you ready to go for the playoffs, so you know exactly who's on the team, what they're doing. So tune in every single night, every night the Cavs play, and we'll get you going. All right? So appreciate it as well, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you continue to, support the Cleveland Cavaliers content the same way y'all do the Browns. Let's keep it pushing. Got a couple things here left before we get out of here. We're going to take a look at the schedule. Let's take a look at some of the Cavs stats, and then we'll get you guys out of here as well. And we'll take your final comments. If you got any final comments, any questions, you want to ask the show anything, make sure you put your questions in the comment section. I will get to every question I can, and we'll use that section to kind of fill out the show. So we'll do a little question Q&A at the end of every one of these shows so we can get to some of the fan interaction. Let's go to we got the Cavs stat. Oh, here we go. Nuggets player of the game. Matter of fact, Throw in the chat who you guys think the Nuggets player of the game was. Throw it in there, and I'll wait for a little bit. And then let's see if you guys know who it is. Who would you have the player of the game? All right, so we're gonna go do the Nuggets first. Let's read some of these. Rob Cunningham. Here we go. Will we see Danny and Rubio in ATL? I sure think we will. I think Ricky Rubio will be back. He will be back ready to go. I think Danny might be playing too. We'll see. Let's see. Who y'all think? Oh, here we go. Adam Baker, he got Jokic. I can't be mad with that. Hey, Abdul Smith, Porter, I see you. King Collins, Porter, I see you as well. Becky said, I got my cable back. Just for Bally, right? They made me get DirecTV. I was on YouTube stream. I was like, bro, I ain't got no time for that. I have no time for that. I got to get this Bally again. Let's check this out, man. Marcus says Joker and Porter. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna just show y'all player of the game. I'm gonna go with this guy. Cue that up. Let's get it. I got Michael Porter Jr. Player of the game, 25.6 rebounds, plus 13 in the plus minus. Big time game. When you talking about that 29 minutes, 6 3-pointers, 57% from the field. The 25 was huge. Every time the Cavs got close, he was ready to shut them down. And I think this guy, I wouldn't be mad if you said it was Joker, but this 25 was something the Cavs wasn't expecting. And he's been doing this thing. And if you look, he's trending that way. His last 3 games at Miami on the road, 17 points. Versus Dallas, 22 points. Followed it up tonight with 25 points. For the season, he's averaging almost 17. So, this is why the Nuggets are so lethal. They got guys that can shoot. They got 3-and-D guys. They're long. Everybody can pass. They're athletic. Everybody can shoot. And these are the type of teams you're going to be seeing in the playoffs. So I got Porter Jr. as the player of the game. Let's get to the Cavs player of the game. And I already think you know what this is. Cavs player of the game. Let's get to it. You already know Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is the player of the game. 31 points, 9 rebounds. Tremendous game. 38 minutes today, 63% field goal percentage. He shot 2 threes, shot 4, made 2 threes, 50% behind the arc, 9 rebounds, gave you a block and a steal, 31 big-time points, and we need to see him getting more touches. We need to see him get more touches, right? So if you look at it, he's starting to flash a little bit. Starting with the last, 5 games, 28 against the Pelicans, 14 against the Bulls, 15 against the Spurs. But look again, come back again against Joel Embiid, 23 points, and then coming back in with Joker with 31 points. Evan Mobley playing some of his best basketball of the season. Shout out to him. We kind of went over Isaac Okoro. Yeah, we already got to that. So let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they were before the All-Star break 7-1. I didn't like the nasty taste in our mouth when we lost to Philadelphia. That game is a lot closer than what it really was. Philadelphia took their foot off the gas, and they came out and punched the Cavs right in the face. And we didn't offer much of resistance the whole first half. Let's look at this. Now you played 2 good teams at Philadelphia, who's in the 3rd seed right now. You're playing Denver, who's the number 1 seed in the West. That's 2 back-to-back losses that you've had so far. And coming up, you're at Atlanta. That has to be a win. That team is down there. They just fired Nate McMillan, their head coach. Toronto has played terrible this year. They grossly underachieved, but Toronto, for some reason, plays this best basketball against the Cavs. It's a bad matchup. They let Scotty Barnes get layups. They let Siakam do what he wants. Fred VanVleet just comes around and, saunters all over the court. It's a bad matchup for them, but that game is going to be coming up as well. You got to have those 2 games because if we're looking at it, you got Wednesday, March 1st at Boston. And then a couple days later, you got Detroit, which definitely has to be a win. And then you're going to come back home with Boston. So, these are very big time measuring rod games, measuring stick games. You're going to be playing the next 5 games, and you're going to be playing a couple teams that you should beat. You got to get Atlanta. You got to get Toronto. You got to get Detroit. And I would prefer if you get one of those games against Boston. You're 2-0 against Boston this year. Go ahead and make it 3-1 and keep that in your back pocket. But we got to put some wins together. The Cavs are 7-2 in their last 9. But I will say we got to start winning and getting some experience and winning some games against these top-notch teams. Got to do it. Got to do it. Let's get back into the chat. And we'll end this with Ask the Show. If you have a question for the show, hit us up. We'll go ahead and answer that for you. And we'll continue to keep it rolling. Let's see what we got. Don says, Ben sucks, but we lost depth in Donovan Mitchell trade. We'll take a year to get it back and add shooters. Well, I mean, Kevin Love, he's moved on. Robin, by the way, Robin Lopez is he's done too. Robin Lopez is done. He's washed. Robin Lopez he's not a contributor. You see him running around here, that man, I'm gonna start calling him, he got Bengay on his knees or something, bro. He running around here with knee pads on. He got catching equipment on. I'm like, dang, Robin Lopez, he got all of his legs covered with some. I'm like, he looked like a catcher. He looked like he calling the balls and strikes for the Little League World Series. Hey, Adam, why no Mobley in the fourth quarter? We see it, man. Hey, King Collins said exactly what's going on. Brian Hoychik says LeVert and Okoro kill the ball movement. As soon as they touch the ball, they hesitate. We'd rather see that they aren't afraid to shoot, and like Jetty and Stevens. Yeah, they do. I'm still trying to figure out what LeVert be doing half the time. Like half the time he be right at the basket and he be just herking jerking. Like, you dancing? This dude is doing an electric slide, bro. Slide to the left. Boom. 2 hops this time. Boom. Boom. Crisscross. Boom. Like, come on. Do something. This man, LeVert, I'm like, you was right at the basket. Shoot. My Lord. Hey, Drama Exiting TV Cleveland. Great energy, G. Bush. Much appreciated. You know what I do. It's basketball season. Let's get it done, man. NBA app, been watching all these games. I paid, but worth it. Hey, it is. It's worth it. It's hard as hell to find them. You're like, man, where's these guys playing? What are these guys doing? Here we go. Y'all out there losing all that BetJack money. Y'all on BetJack. Y'all on MGM. You on FanDuel. You on Prize Picks. You on BetQL. Y'all cats, they keep giving out this little 200. Man, they done gave me this 150. $200 free bets. Use it before February 31st. I'm like, man, I used it the first day and lost. Hey, man, they took half my money because I bet on the Bills. All that. Give me that. Boo, 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 boo. Give me that. Got me up out of there, man. Bo Bick, I see you, my man. Rob Cunningham. Hey, he got the catcher equipment. Yeah, he got the catcher equipment on. He's out of here. Gee, I think Melo or Joe Johnson would be better than we got at the 3 spot right now. Hey, you might be right. You're right, but you might be right. I'm going to wrap this up and get up out of here. But as always, salute. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The Barbershop Chicken is coming. And by the way, I got some more Browns content coming. I'm going to go to the film room on y'all. I got some film. I've been breaking down film for about 3-4 weeks on these guys. A lot of these dudes, y'all be saying, oh, these guys are good. They'll be fine. No. I just don't do I just don't say funny things. I give you content, bro. We gonna get some of that film work out here, and we gonna see what we talking about. But that's down the line. So for now, make sure you subscribe to the Barbershop. If you ain't following me on Twitter, follow me at gbush91. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so. gbush91_barbershop. And continue to listen to the Barbershop 8 to 12 every single Saturday on 92.3 The Fan and the Locked On Browns podcast and Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show every single day, Monday through Friday, 11 and 1 p.m. The hardest working man in the game. I got 97 jobs, and I did all of them today, and the rest of the broadcasters is asleep. I'm just saying. Let's catch you tomorrow. Go Cavs.